is an official presentation of Sport Fishing Championship.
This is it, the final day, Championship Saturday, the Bay Point Billfish Open presented by Legendary Marine, Panama City Beach, Florida. It's the third stop of Sport Fishing Championship's Gulf Division. Kick off this third and final day. The boat's been out there fishing for 3 days and they took off from port. And this morning, things got started fairly early. You got to catch that bait, you got to prepare that bait, you got to launch that bait to catch the big fish, whether it be sails, whites, or blue marlin. We'll be looking for them all. We'll have some window shoppers. We'll have some swipers as well. Sometimes swiper, no swipey. This time, he got hooked up. Clubs will be jogging for position all season long in the playoff hunt presented by Exotic. Here are the Gulf Division standings after 2 of 6 tournaments on the schedule. Top 2 teams qualify for the Zane Grade Championship playoffs in October. Those 2 teams are the Renegades and the Cowboys as it stands now, but the other angling clubs just behind will have a great opportunity because this is the third stop. We are at the halfway point, the midpoint of our season. Welcome, everybody. Welcome on YouTube. Want to make sure that you like, subscribe, hit that thumbs up button. We want you to be a part of this show. I'm Robbie. He's Peter. Petey, you're looking good today, but you're always looking good, so I don't know what I mean.
Robbie, you remember Garanimals as a kid?
Yeah.
You have the tags that go, this goes with this, these goes with this, and then I got my Citizen watch. It's got the blue rim on it. You see that?
Poppin'.
The bezel? Look at that puppy, huh?
You're looking good.
It's looking
You
good,
always
feeling
look
good. Yeah, it's Garanimals.
Do those sleeves go with that shirt?
Oh, yeah, they go all the way.
Yeah, looking good. This guy, he knows what's up, not only in dressing, but in fishing as well. And, Petey, we've seen the past 2 days, 3 days, a lot of fish being caught. I mean, our leader, Third Coast Renegades, already have one more blue marlin than they had the entirety of the tournament the last time in the Gulfport, Mississippi event.
It's amazing to see the amount of fish that our teams are catching in the middle of this gigantic tournament. We have, I think, 37 fish so far for our 6 teams, and we have one team there, Third Coast Renegades, that Robbie mentioned, with 12 billfish releases already. There's still a few hours to fish. They have to be back at the dock at 8 p.m. So if you're fishing out there pretty far, you got to leave early, but if you're close, you can fish for a little bit longer. And the guys are really catching them. They're doing a really good job.
You know, I mentioned hit us up with some of those questions. You know, we'll be answering them. I mean, I'm not going to tell you anything you don't know probably, but the anglers, we might even ask some questions to them while they're out on the water. We actually caught up with a couple of our teams earlier today on this final day of competition.
Hey y'all, it's Jacelyn from the Louisiana Canyons. We're on the last day of the Bay Point Billfish Open. We released a sail early this morning, right about 8 a.m. Looking for plenty more out here. We got a little bit more time left, or plenty of time left, of course. You know, we moved in a little bit closer to Panama City, so we got a lot of fishing time to be left. So clock's a ticking, and we've got plenty more billfish coming your way.
Yesterday was a good day, kind of long day. Caught, what did we catch yesterday? 8 fish, and had a fun triple header, double header white. Kind of action spread throughout the day. Finished off, Ryan caught a nice white marlin there at the end. Kind of keep us pecking away. It's been a little bit of a slow morning. We're hoping to kind of keep staying on the fish, but you know, these tournaments are fun. It's like we're one blue marlin away from doing really well. And we had one yesterday morning to come on the teaser, just didn't want to eat. So we're hoping for a little blue marlin luck today, and you know, hopefully mix in a few other species and try to climb up the leaderboard a little bit.
One species he's missing he needs that blue marlin. Look at the live leaderboard as it stands right now in the Gulf. Renegades ahead of the Blues and the Cowboys. You see the Lone Stars there. They're catching the most fish, but they are the wrong species. But you hear how matter of fact Blackbird said there? Yeah, I caught a triple, caught a double.
But he said it was fun.
Right.
It was a lot of fun. And that's important. They're having fun. They're not catching the wrong species. They're just catching the species that aren't less as much as the blue marlin. So they could use a blue marlin to put under their belt, put a little feather in their cap.
Well, 75 points for the sales. We saw a lot of those out of the Texas Lone Stars, one of our 6 teams. We have a couple of teams look like they're running back to shore because lines out, the Citizens lines out, in effect, is 8 o'clock tonight. They have to be there at the marina at 8 o'clock, so you can fish all the way up until that time. So some of these teams have to get a lot closer to check in if they're going to get any points at all.
Yeah, if you fish till 8 o'clock, you're going to be SOL, as they say, because you're not going to get your fish counted. You've got to be back into the marina or into the cut at 8 o'clock, and you have to have confirmation on that. So you see some boats running, some boats fishing, and some boats are cooking.
Well, a team that was fishing yesterday, just as we went off air yesterday, had a little bit of extended coverage. The West Florida Black Flags. We saw them earlier with a couple of sailfish, Donnie and Rose with a sail, but at 4:15, all we have to do is go off air. Sure enough, they got hooked up.
Zingo. What better feeling than that, Robbie? Seeing that snap out of the rigger? Pull and drag.
They're kind of getting it, too. I mean, that was not a slow presentation, it didn't look like.
No, that was a snap, bang, boom, snack, crack, pop.
Hey, get out of the air conditioning, Rose. Come on in here, sit in this chair. Now, that's when you know you've got it good.
Well, if Marty wouldn't stop putting out all that great food, that drag's still ripping.
Rose McMahon will be her second fish of the day. She didn't see it strike, but she's ready to see it come to the boat.
Alex clipping her in. Clipping her into the bucket harness. There it is, way out there. You know, when you have a reel like that, Robbie, I think they like to use all of their line, all of their mono. It's out there, man. That sailfish is like, what on earth did I do? What did I eat? It's not agreeing with me right now.
Well, and in sales, too, you're hoping that there's some friends with it. Rose with that fish on, but I promise you, there's got to be more than just that line in the water at this time. Captain Danny Watts, captain of the Black Flags, also known as American Made. That's the boat, 54-foot Hatteras.
And that drag is still going. They're still bumping ahead, but now they're tight and winding in.
Well, they've got a great winch. We saw her husband yesterday, right? I mean, just sit there and taking his time, but she needs to get that spool, that line back and forth a little bit, or it's going to ball up in the middle, huh?
That sure is. You saw it balling up in the middle just now because when you're taking in all that line, you're trying to keep it tight. Oftentimes, you're just you're forgetting about that very important part. But they're going to be fine with this fish because it looks like it's a little sleepy.
Yeah,
sleepy.
A little caught up.
A little tail wrap. It's got a little bit of everything.
How many times did we see that yesterday, though? We saw a few wraps.
We saw a sailfish wrapped up. We saw a white marlin wrapped up, both on the Lone Stars.
And both when they were way out there as well. Sometimes it was, letting it go while you were concerning yourself with the other fish. But
it just fixed itself. Look at that. Yeah. Lure bite, little green lure there, green machine. You go up to Jersey, that's all they're pulling up there. They're catching those tunas on the green. That's the color.
I remember you talking yesterday. You said they had pinky.
Oh, pinky, yep. A little pinky, a little green, the blacks, the purples, you name it. They got all the colors of the rainbow. Chase the rainbow.
Shows you this boat still using a multitude of colors. It's not just a one-trick pony.
We'll talk about that later. Alex on a leader, bringing them up to the side of the boat. They want to get that lure back. The fish is fine. It got tail wrapped, looks like towards the end of the fight. That fish is very, very active.
See Joe Patrick. That's a 75-point fish there. And when I talked about the Lone Stars not catching the right kind of fish, not the highest points paid fish. You want to catch every billfish you can. And they are happy to get this sailfish to the boat.
Yeah, when it comes to wrong species, it would be bonitos, sharks, jacks.
The others.
Right. Take a wahoo, take a tuna. There you go. 75 points right there for Rose.
Oh, get the kiss as well.
Way to go, Rose. Oh, Santa Wakanda.
Way to go. Way to go.
That's her second one of the day from yesterday.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it again. Come on, let's do it again.
Yeah, gotta re-rack, restack. You see how it went down. Again, we still have plenty more to show you. 5 caught off air yesterday before they took their lines out of the water. Seeing all 6 boats out there in the Gulf of America. It's the Bay Point Billfish Open presented by Legendary Marine. Yep, another sail at 75.
Nice watch. Citizen?
Yeah, Eco Drive. It's powered by light.
Like any light?
Yep.
Headlights?
Yeah.
Sunlight?
Yeah.
What about city lights?
Definitely.
Subway? Neon? Strobe light?
Those two.
Really?
Yeah.
Disco? Underwater?
Yeah.
This light? Spotlight? 10,000 spotlight!
Yeah, any light.
Cool.
Citizen Eco Drive. It is cool. Powered by light for 50 years.
There's yellow.
When the ocean calls, only the bold answer. Out here, it's not about cameras, contracts, or crowds. It's about the fight. When the battle begins, you need a boat that's as relentless as you are.
Nice work, Jill. Jill Paglia, boat number 1, executive decision, date 1.
HCB Yachts, the ultimate sport fishing experience. We deliver the dream.
Sign up for SFC's Angling Club Championship and be featured in our tournament coverage. Compete across 4 categories of meat fish: mahi-mahi, swordfish, wahoo, and yellowfin tuna. Running alongside the SFC season, these divisions allow you to represent your favorite angling clubs and win cash. Fish anytime, as many times as you want, between now and September 7th to win. Go to sportfishingchampionship.com/championship fish 2026 to sign up now.
The Bay Point Billfish Open is sponsored by Legendary Marine, by Citizen, official timing partner of SFC, by One Water Yacht Group, and by Hook, official jersey and performance apparel partner of SFC. Welcome back inside our studios. We get the big studio today. I mean, you like the little guy. I like the big one here, and your big board's just over there to the side. This place, I mean, it is sports center-ish. It is huge.
It really is. It's I never expected this magnitude of a studio, and every time I come walk in here, I'm very, very impressed. I'm like, wow, we get to do this here. It's something we love in a great space with a great crew and watching fishing. Come on.
Colors popping, looking good out there. You always look good, and we have a little bit of a scrapbook. I saw some pictures of you during our off time between the last tournament. You were busy.
Father's Day.
Yeah, you were busy taking care of the fam, huh?
That's right. I had to take them out of the boat. I was staying over at Pier 66, took the boat over there, and took the kids. I see my daughter Eve right there. She's sitting in the bait well cooling off. Maverick catches his first mahi. We're swinging mahi in. He'd never even seen one. He's like, Dad, when am I going to get to see a mahi-mahi? I'm like, son, here it is. I'm like, whoa, that's a big reel for him. When he put his hand on that, I said, I don't know if he's going to be able to do it, but he took a few cranks, and Eve was chilling. She loved it in there. I had to clean it out, though, first. So my wife, Alessia, she was there doing the filming, and we had a great time at Pier 66. Hooked us up big time.
Well, think of how much of a family sport it is. I mean, with your daughter, your son, you've already done this one time before with your other daughter, your other son.
That's right.
Making more laps, but just think about it. Garrett Frazier, Dylan Frazier out there on the boat, Toby Berthelot, his daughter Jacelyn on the boat. It starts right here.
That's right. That's what it's all about. And when you go out on a Glasscom day like this, but we talk about the weeds that are out everywhere. That is a weedy spot. You couldn't get through the weeds without having to clear them every minute. And then you put them back out. And luckily, I finally cleared them enough, and we wound up getting the bites. And I brought some live bait, threw them into the weed lines, and we wound up getting into a school of them. And we caught as many as we wanted to eat, and we let the rest go.
It wasn't just there, though. You said your daughter, who's spent some time in Dominican Republic, said there's a lot of vegetation.
Emily's in the Dominican Republic, and my son Niles is in Bangkok.
Surely the sarcasm.
English.
The sarcasm's not in Bangkok, too.
Not there.
No, okay,
not
good.
there. That's a different kind of weed.
This is true. Black flags and no signal on that right now, and you see some teams making that run back. The Gulf Coast Cowboys, they're cooking. It looks like Mississippi Blues, they're cooking. Gulf Coast Cowboys had a tough start to their tournament, Peter. They were at at least a 20-hour deficit from the rest of the field. What happened to them on day one?
It was actually a 31-hour deficit. They wound up hitting the prop on some rock on the way to the Bimini start of the shotgun start, and they had to limp back into shore. They had to pull the prop off with a diver, take it up the road to get fixed, put it back on, and then run back out there. They didn't have the lines in the water fishing until 31 hours later, and then they proceed to catch a blue marlin, another blue marlin, and another blue marlin. I mean, come on. And then, guess what? They wind up getting an issue with her other prop.
Insider says that's exactly what's happened. So they are working their way back. With more on that, our own SFC insider, Rudy Tamarchio, on the scene there at Panama City Beach. I like that they're running back and they have some fish, which we didn't know if they would be able to do, Rudy, but it's tough. It's been a tough week for the Gulf Coast Cowboys.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. Yes, it has been a tough week for them. They've only got about a day and a half of fishing in, including running out from the docks. And they were able to get really hot in a short amount of time. But as you guys can see, I know we could see them running back home on screen. That's not Hodge messing with the camera. That's the vibration that you're feeling from that prop issue. So it's just unfortunate for them that they do all that work to get one prop fixed and then the other one has an issue once they're offshore.
Did you hear from them or talking to the team? Because that's not something that usually just happens. If you had two props that were kind of in balance, it's not going to generally just come out of balance unless there may be, once again, another bearing issue or the shaft or something created that wobble. Did you hear what happened for it to be the other side to be causing the problem?
I spoke to Jordan a little bit earlier this morning when they were just starting to pick up and run. They didn't give me any particular issue, but I can imagine it's probably not something that happened from the start. If it happens while they're offshore, there's a lot of stuff out there in the Gulf of Mexico. And when you're getting close to rigs like they were, there was a few times yesterday tracking them that we saw them get very close to some of the rigs. I'm sure there's floaters, among other things, that might get in the way.
Yeah, it looks like now they're standing on top of the vibration, trying to figure it out if it's getting progressively worse or if it's okay. Nick just gave a double thumbs up. Look at winning with these shots. You see that? I mean, Nick is, I would say, fired up. There might be some C4 in his water.
Oh, my God. Do you think he knows he's live on YouTube right now?
I think so. You know, it is odd. It is odd,
That's got
Rudy.
social hour written all over it.
Yeah, that was social hour central. Rudy, because, you know, we talk about all these things happening. You know, maybe the prop that was fixed, is there a vibration from there that we didn't know about which caused something else to possibly happen? Have they discussed that at all? Have they mentioned that?
Haven't heard much from them on that end. I think if something happened from earlier, they were obviously keeping it close to the vest and just doing the best that they can. But I feel like for them to run as far as they have to, because, you know, they're going pretty fast. So obviously it's not something that they feel like they have to be too concerned about. Their estimated time of arrival back here in Panama City Beach is going to be about 7:30 p.m. So whatever they're doing, they're moving a long distance. I feel like if they had that issue from the beginning, they likely wouldn't have gone as far as they did.
Thanks a lot, Rudy. Appreciate the scoop, and that is not good. When your expected arrival is 7:30, that's going to be tough. How many times you put it in Waze and your expected time is supposed to get there and you hit a little bit of traffic?
I don't think there's going to be any traffic, but you know, I'm just hoping that everything holds up and they can run in. You can see somebody's running alongside them on their way in as well. You see that wake off to the right side of your camera. They're both running at the same speed. Maybe they have a friend that says, "Hey, can you stick with us just in case we have an issue?"
We hope the Lone Stars don't play into that. But as far as not making it back in time, but if the Lone Stars can fish a little closer to shore, they're looking to jump ahead of the Gulf Coast Cowboys while they're running right now. But talking about the
sock puppets.
Oh my gosh.
That's easy. You get a little bored when you're running in, and you know you're kind of, you know, you're not limping in by any means, but you got three marlin on your butt. You see, the sock just got kicked by I mean, this is like a Muppet show going on here. Okay, we got a live bait being deployed right there. A live bait being deployed at 6:05 p.m. yesterday on the Cowboys.
So Dalton goes from maybe sock puppeteer to blue marlin puppeteer here. We got Nick, and of course we have Dalton Benefield with the catch at 6.
They got Kyle and Nick in the pit right there. Dropping over the live baits. They marked a fish. They pump the brakes.
Yeah, they're not moving too fast there.
No, this is trolling valve. No, not much wake, but they got to get the fish away from the boat. A lot of times you hook those baits on, and there it is. That's Dalton in the chair. His sleeves fell off simultaneously. That's something that happens there on the Cowboys. As soon as you get in the chair, your sleeves catch on fire and burn off. You know? It's like the Mockingjay. You know when she caught on fire, girl on fire? These are guys on fire.
I can't tell you how many times I've seen the shirt sleeves ripped off of action sports athletes back in the 90s. I think it started in freestyle motocross and BMX when I started seeing it. You can grab
the steroid era.
Well, you can grab it at the top, grab it in one spot. I'm seeing it done to Travis Pastrana more times than I can count.
Really?
So grab it at top, grab it there, and in one pull, Andy Bell, I mean, if you've ever been around an expert, I mean, you know the guys I'm talking about. Dave Mira, everybody would do it to each other, and I'm like running like crazy. There's definitely a way to do it.
I got a wicked farmer's stand. I could use that, a little bit of that. Whoa, beautiful fish. Look at that jump.
That's a good
That's the
size.
Gulf Coast Cowboys, man, just raising fish after fish with a 3D cam and the cameraman saying, get out of my way, 3D cam. You got everything covered, okay? I got my shot, but you get everything, so you need to move.
I've got megapixels.
You hear the turbos kicked in a reverse? I just heard them winding up, spooling up. Boom, look at that.
What's the deal with them catching big fish this year? They don't go for the dink.
The Gulf, baby. This is the Gulf, and that's the Gulf Coast Cowboys. See that moment where you can grab the leader, you have that shot?
You take that.
And now it's like, you know what? I'm like 400 pounds. I'm just going to take off again. I'll see you in a little bit. I'm going to go down to a thermocline and
get that power line
relax.
while you can.
Yeah, I'm going to try to digest this tuna. You hear this spooling up again? Turbos, oof, beautiful.
Speaking of spooling up, that's a ripper.
Greyhounding. Man, calm water, sunsets, big fish. This is what the SFC is all about.
And that's not the same shot. That's a different shot and doing the same thing.
They know, Robbie.
27 minutes later.
Great footage. This is absolutely great footage. That's Justin Hodge on the camera. Singular. He's a singular sensation.
Jay Hodge.
That's right.
But when you say Jay Hodge is on the camera, you can almost run it together.
You know, that's probably what you've been saying. There's Dino, the choo-choo train. Got to chew gum, otherwise you grind your teeth when you see fish like that.
What's his new nickname? Oh, no, that's not Dino.
Marlon Brothers.
That's High Noon.
High Noon. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, I saw that.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
Put in his little stat.
Oh yeah, look at him cooling the reel off. Had some heat in there.
High Noon McDowell. Yeah, you don't want to burn up that.
Got that clear line, letting you know that was a live bait that went over, even though we already showed it. Always want to be deploying that clear or smoked blue monofilament when you're doing the live baiting techniques. They start swimming down. Last thing you want is bright orange line making the marlin go, you know what? I think that bait's tethered to something. I don't want my meal attached to a rope.
Remind everyone, if you're fans of the Gulf Coast Cowboys, you can go to the shop on Sport Fishing Championship, load up on there.
Oh, there's the Bimini coming in the tip, and there is the 450 in the tip and in the hand.
We did it before. They were just looking for this little pop and stop right there, right? But they have to show us. If not, they better not have touched it.
Well, they got it. That was clean. So now they have everything they need. They'd already put on a show. That's called dinner and a show. When you go out, when you catch them at 6 p.m., you're about to eat dinner. You got a show. The marlin's jumping all over the place, and that's what it's all about. That's date night. And the Brittany Marie still keeps on catching.
Be their last fish of the evening.
There you go again. They already had the leader. Got Slick Nick on the leader, doing some pulls, doing some wraps.
Kind of a Jimmy Buffett summer, if you will.
Oh yeah. Catch your toes in the sand. Nick's been leadering so many big fish. He's not even getting low for this one. Low, but he does have his sins right there in his pocket.
Is he getting down in the engine room? Crazy.
Wow, that's a bonita under his armpit. There you go. Good job, guys. That's 450 points for the Cowboys. the Hulk.
Yeah, brother. What is it? Those guys are having fun. I really hope they get to a spot that they think that there's fish and they put lines in and maybe try and catch another one or two. They still got a chance at this thing. If they come to a productive area, they're 675 points out right now on the scoring. Our golf teams are out there still fishing their hearts out.
Hulkamania
Can you
running
feel it?
wild.
Yeah.
Let me tell you a story about a couple guys who had a dream at a bar.
Are you talking about us?
No, George Washington and the American Revolution.
Oh, wow.
But now that you mention it, we're a lot like them.
We are.
We are America. Every other vodka brand is every other country that's tried to stand up against us.
And attack us.
Iraq, Japan, China,
Afghanistan,
Taliban,
they're there.
Russia, France, England.
They want the smoke.
And we are the smoke. This is an American brand.
If you believe in our country, you believe in Porosos.
Championship playoffs will return to Cabo, and there's no better place to host it than at Corazon Cabo Resort and Spa. Located in the heart of Cabo San Lucas, Corazon Cabo offers incredible views, luxury accommodations, and direct access to one of the best sport fishing destinations in the world. Travel packages begin rolling out this July, so start planning now and join us for an unforgettable championship experience in Cabo. I spent many an hour, my wife spent many an hour up on that infinity pool, but it's not just about the lovely accommodations. That fishery, unparalleled, especially when you're talking about striped marlin. So get a Mai Tai, get hooked up with Guidesley, go out there into those blue waters, and you don't have to go far. What a final stop on tour.
Robbie, one of the best fisheries in the world, Cabo San Lucas. You can't miss there. I've caught over 320 marlin there in a course of 4 days, and it just doesn't get any better. Whether you're a seasoned fishing veteran or whether you're a newbie to the sport, your arms will be hurting by the end of the day. You better drink your Pedialyte and have a lot of food and keep that energy level up, and then celebrate on the way in.
Speaking of those striped marlin you've seen before.
Yep, this was footage we had filming my show, Uncharted Waters. My buddy Steve 360 Fishing. This was a giant school of striped marlin chasing sardines, and he put the drone right over top of them. And if we really spanned out on this shot, you'd see probably 50 to 60 of them. But this is incredible footage that he captured, and we happen to catch a bunch of these fish. When they're this fired up, it's hard to miss. You'll see 20 come up in the spread, and you just catch them one after another. If you got enough people, you'll catch every single one of them.
I tell you, at Steve 360 Fishing, he's pretty darn good at what he does, and zooming it in, it makes it so much fun. I mean, I want to see stuff like that. I want to see that bait ball. I want to see the rippers. I just got to be a part of that this year.
Yeah, we didn't even tune up the color because this was shot in raw. But when you see it tuned up in person, boy, they stand out, and it's incredible to watch.
There's our Gulf Division teams and Mississippi Blues. We know that they are making a run as well. We do see teams fishing, including the team on top. Third Coast Renegades, bottom left. They're trolling.
Yeah, we've got, it looks like we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 boats still kind of in the mix, and you know, they're running in right now. The Cowboys are running in at full steam ahead, and they are prepared to land at the inlet at 7:30 p.m.
Ooh, there's the answer. What happened? SFC Insider says that after backing down on a fish this morning, that's when they had the prop issue. So the reverse.
That was, you remember the turbo? We talked about the turbos kicking in, and they were really spooled up and whining like, wow.
So sometimes that might not be the prop itself. It might be the drive line getting to
Could be the shaft. It could be the shaft.
Because you're still going to get that vibration, right? I mean, think of it as a car if you've got a drive shaft that's out of balance or whatever.
Robbie, we went to Dominican Republic on the Spencer that we had to get lit on the 60, and we backed down so hard on so many fish on our way back to Miami from the DR. The shaft and prop completely fell out of the boat.
Where'd it go?
Down to the bottom of the ocean at 6,000 feet.
That was like,
luckily, we didn't sink. We actually had everything sealed up. Thank God, as they say.
Go on, get your snorkel, get down there. We're going to step aside for here for just a bit. Oh, look, he's got his fish goggles on the Gulf Coast Cowboys. You know, I said something about one team being a bunch of wingnuts. Well, we got another pair.
Nice watch. Citizen?
Yeah, Eco Drive. It's powered by light.
Like any light?
Yep.
Headlights?
Yeah.
Sunlight?
Yeah.
What about city lights?
Definitely.
Subway? Neon? Strobe light?
Those two.
Really?
Yeah.
Disco? Underwater?
Yeah.
This light? Spotlight? 10,000 spotlight!
Yeah, any light.
Cool.
Citizen Eco Drive. It is cool. Powered by light for 50 years.
When the Gulf awakens, be prepared to answer the call. Legends rise, precision meets power. Legendary vessels born to chase the horizon and built to rule the blue water. At Legendary Marine in Pensacola, we don't just sell boats, we launch obsessions. From premium new models to trusted pre-owned, Legendary Marine connects passion with purpose. Because your story begins at Legendary Marine in Pensacola.
You'll never ever find somebody do it like me.
Coast Guard, we are taking on water.
The United States Coast Guard. They secure our ports and waterways, protect our environment, keep drugs away from our kids, and save lives. It's dangerous work. And in times of triumph or tragedy, the Coast Guard Foundation answers the call to support Coast Guard members and their families. Learn more at coastguardfoundation.org.
Sign up for SFC's championship divisions for a chance to win cash and be featured in our live broadcast. Represent your favorite angling club and compete across 4 categories of meat fish: the wahoo, the yellowfin tuna, the swordfish, and the mahi-mahi. You can fish anytime, as many times you want between now and September 7th. To win, go to sportfishingchampionship.com/championshipfish 2026 to sign up now. I feel so educated because Peter was telling me about those water towers. You know, those water towers are meant to feed water through gravity. I had no idea.
A lot of people don't. You know it because you're sharp and you're technical.
You hit me with that one the other
day. It's very, and it's people don't know. They're like, why are those towers still there? They actually have water in. I'm like, wait. Not only do they have water, but they are fed from the pressure. The higher they are, the more pressure, and then they have pumps at the bottom to feed the area that they are in.
That blows my mind.
Hey,
first catch of the day. Let's talk about it, Peter. You know, the last catch of the day was the Renegades on day 2, I think, or the Lone Stars.
And there's Jacelyn. She's winding on a fish per usual, 7:54 a.m.
So we end with the Lone Stars at 7:34 p.m. The first team to pick it up is the Canyons on this sailfish. And that's probably, what, an hour later than our first catch on that day, too. Remember, it was in the 6 o'clock hour.
Yeah.
This team's just glad to get something. I mean, they had a bite yesterday, and it was on for a bit. You questioned, you thought it might have been a shark, right, when it breaks off like that?
She's just like swimming at us.
You know, this is something they've been waiting for. A lot of fish have come up. A lot of fish turned away. They had some bites. Had a fish yesterday, came back without a hook. You know, you think it could have been, she said, could have been a tuna, may have been a shark eating a tuna, or maybe it was a shark. But, you know, the key is that they're catching a fish right now, and that's what it's all about. And there's your boy. You know, yesterday you asked me a question
I think we get
about
fairly
JP. Juan Pablo, and he said, is that his last name? His last name is
right over here.
Rubalcaba.
Rubalcaba.
Yeah.
Gotcha. When they put their name
She's
in
cranking. She's cranking. She's got that high-vis mono out there, and they have their little tunas, their little mud flaps hanging from the rigger there, being used as a teaser.
They look like they had
As
some
opposed to
shine.
squid.
They had some shine.
Oh
to
yeah,
them as
you
well.
gotta have a little mylar. You gotta have a little glow. You know, you gotta have some soul glow on there.
But a lot of times when we saw the big tuna imitators, they look to be more of a flat black, kind of a silhouette look.
Right. Yeah.
They were looking for flats out of that.
Everybody's coming out with
You're
all
kinda
different
crazy,
versions.
really
You gotta
in
try them
line.
all.
There you go, get the catch, good job. Billfish.
All right. Are you recording?
That underwater footage. Did you hear him say billfish?
Yeah.
It leads me to believe the fish didn't even jump.
Yeah, she questioned what it was, making sure it was. I don't know what it was. I asked her this morning, you know, what's been happening, because when they had the cutlass bearing issue, I thought, okay, maybe it's something about the sound of that boat. She just goes, I don't know. It's just been a rough season. You know, they don't feel like they've been in the right spots at the right times, but that time they were in the right spot, and that sailfish was worth 75 points.
Nice to see a billfish. Nice to see a billfish, that's for sure. So hopefully there's a couple more out here. We need a lot of points to catch up, but it feels good to have some points on the board, and we're gonna keep our heads high.
That's what you got to be able to do. You got to keep a positive attitude, because as we know, we see it every week in and week out. Never surrender. Things can happen quickly. You can get a triple header, just like the Lone Stars did yesterday out of nowhere. You can be in last place on day one without a fish, like the Mississippi Blues, and come back on day two and have 3 blue marlin and a white in one day. And all of a sudden, you're at the top of the leaderboard from last place. So never surrender, never give up.
You see the Louisiana Canyons bottom of your screen as we're on board with them right now. They did catch another one today, so they're moving up even one more spot. Catch another fish, get by those black flags. You got to do what you can do.
Nice watch. Citizen?
Yeah, Eco Drive. It's powered by light.
Like any light?
Yep.
Headlights?
Yeah.
Sunlight?
Yeah.
What about city lights?
Definitely.
Subway? Neon? Strobe light?
Those two.
Really?
Yeah.
Disco? Underwater?
Yeah.
This light? Spotlight? 10,000 spotlight!
Yeah, any light.
Cool.
Citizen Eco Drive. It is cool. Powered by light for 50 years.
There's yellowfin.
When the ocean calls, only the bold answer. Out here, it's not about cameras, contracts, or crowds. It's about the fight. When the battle begins, you need a boat that's as relentless as you are.
Nice work, Bill. Jill Paglia, boat number 1, executive decision, day 1.
HCB Yachts, the ultimate sport fishing experience. We deliver the dream.
Sign up for SFC's Angling Club Championship and be featured in our tournament coverage. Compete across 4 categories of meat fish: mahi-mahi, swordfish, wahoo, and yellowfin tuna. Running alongside the SFC season, these divisions allow you to represent your favorite angling clubs and win cash. Fish anytime, as many times as you want, between now and September 7th to win. Go to sportfishingchampionship.com/championship fish 2026 to sign up now.
To fish like the pros, you got to look like the pros. Visit SFC Shop today to represent your favorite angling club all year long, including the new hats from No Rivals. Find it all available on shop.sportfishingchampionship.com. So I wasn't just talking about those No Rival hats. I was talking about those shirts as well. You can get them with sleeves or without, with a little modification.
Robbie, look at the Cowboys right there. What's that tail sticking out there? That's either a big mahi or a yellowfin tuna, can't tell.
They got one coming back?
Yeah.
That could be worth some points or some money, rather. I mean, that would be our championship fish.
Looks like a tuna, and that's got to be, let's do, I don't know.
Yeah, even
80 pounds?
Well, just like, typically we used to have that, but with the heaviest tuna, heaviest wahoo, and heaviest dolphin, if you're in that pot, you can get some extra cash for the overall tournament.
Look at Nick laying down there. That's my spot, right there on the back of the transom, right there in the back of the deck.
Well, while you see one team running, the Renegades are fishing, and it's been back and forth with the Blues and the Third Coast Renegades all day long, and after almost back-to-back release sailfish by the Renegades at 9:47, Dylan Frazier would be hooked up with the right kind.
That's what I'm talking about. That's perseverance. That's never surrendering. That's moving and grooving, doing your own thing. Don't follow anybody. Do what you feel is right and necessary. And that is the best way to go, because when you do make the completion like this, first thing in the morning, it feels so good, and you just know that your program and your plan is working out just right. And that's what just keeps you coming back, Robbie. I always refer to golf. You hit some good shots and you keep hitting the good shots. You'll never forget those, and you try to just stick with that, and that's what they're doing. They're making those good decisions. They're following their gut, and it's really, really paying off.
You have a feeling with them still fishing now, they've worked themselves closer, but also telling you that possibly is they had caught a sailfish 7 minutes before this release. So you're talking about a mixed bag, blended species in that same area. The bait fish is there, but there's a multitude of types of fish in this area.
And then 27 minutes before that was another fish. Yeah, so they went in 30 minutes, they had 2 sailfish and a blue marlin. And this is their blue marlin, which is the third one of the morning for them.
And
third billfish.
If you're telling me there's a couple of sails in a blue, what other kind of species do you think's in there that could give them the slam?
Well, that slam's pretty important, Robbie. We'll talk about that later. But, you need a white marlin, and that would be fantastic. And then you see someone like the Lone Stars getting a double header white marlin. And then after that, at the end of the day, Richter winds up getting a third white marlin for that team. So it's not like they're not around. They are definitely around. Not as many as there are sailfish. Right now, the big tournament has 72 blues, 75 sails, and 32 whites. So it's a 50-50 split on those for the amount of whites versus the amount of sails.
In our group of 6 angling clubs, 37 total billfish caught at this point today, 10 blues, 4 whites, and 23 sailfish.
That's about a 4.6 fish per boat out of all the fish that have been caught in that big tournament, and the rest of the boats are at a 2 fish per boat. So our boys are doing good. Our boys are showing up and showing out, as they say.
This freshman, I don't know if is he still a freshman. I think he just finished his freshman year at the University of Utah. So, what were you doing at this age? You were probably fishing. What was I doing at this age? I was racing motocross, wishing I was fishing at times.
Quit wishing, Robbie, and let's go fishing.
Yeah. This is a lot more, much healthier.
This is all I did, Robbie. While I was in college, any spare money I had from all the work I did all summer and during college, straight to fishing. We had to take a trip, go Costa Rica or go to, St. Thomas, Jamaica, Caymans, always marlin fishing. And this is a great way to go, man. This is a beautiful platform, great family atmosphere, and very, very competitive. This is some next level stuff. Very smooth, very precise. Don't waste your energy.
Look at this entire setup with the with the Renegades, now on the Magnifico, led by Captain Drake Sawyer. But Garrett Frazier had to have that decision, right? We saw this boat in October. Where was it? It was in Cabo San Lucas. They brought it around, and it's now fishing in the Gulf of America and leading.
They've made a lifestyle out of what they love, and that is just absolutely incredible and something people often dream of but could never really do it because it's a big decision to make, but it's really paying off for them. I mean, look at them and down in the Bisbees. You know, they're over the millions, dollar range and doing other things all season long, all over the coast and South and Central America. I mean, they're running that boat everywhere, and it's really paying off. Hunting, fishing, just being outdoors, surfing, just loving life. And they're really, really precise, very intense, very skilled, and very friendly, funny, sharp, creative. I mean, these guys really have it all.
I know we did the tie-in with family earlier, and your kids going fishing with you and catching dolphin here, but to be, Garrett Frazier, owner of this boat, being able to have your son out there doing this. I didn't have that opportunity when I was a kid, but being able to go out there and enjoy a sport you love with your son, it doesn't get much better as we move ahead in the catch. This is very important too, because winning the SFC's Gulf Division is one thing, getting to Cabo is another, and taking that title that they were just a little short of last year. That's their next goal.
They're about to leader that fish, Robbie. They're real close. He's about to get that touch.
See, I think there's vegetation out there. I think that was my glasses.
He's got it. He's already. I got the confirmation right there. You see that leader? He's on it, fingertipping it up, taking it nice and easy, walking it up. Same way when you want to gap a mahi, you just want to walk it in and get that long reach in the forehead. The same thing. You don't want to pull too hard on a fish. You don't want to make them go crazy if you don't have to. Get the footage like they're doing. Then you go take a wrap on it.
Justin Sparky De La Souce, the first mate. Drake Beasley, the second mate. Bridge mate Dusty Sousley. G-Money, the boat owner and angler. And you see Dylan Frazier there with a qualified catch and 450 points for the Renegades. That's the fish that put them on top. Blues would catch another one, and then Renegades would catch another one through the day. But that is a big point payer right there.
And a perfect size. Perfect size. That's their third fish in 30 minutes, and it happens to be a blue marlin, just a little bit bigger than a white marlin right there. That is truly fun size. That's a pocket size one. I like that.
And their third blue marlin of the tournament and 450 points apiece. That's how they garnered 2,025.
Well done. Good job, bees.
All right, let's get that, Brandon.
Oh, by the way, they threw in 9 sailfish in between. They're still looking for that white, though, to get that slam. Maybe we get to see the slam out of Dylan. That'd be pretty cool if the young man can do that on the day. Well, we see some work being done out there in the Gulf of America. They're all looking for those blue marlins.
Let me tell you a story about a couple guys who had a dream at a bar.
Are you talking about us?
No, George Washington and the American Revolution.
Oh, wow.
But now that you mention it, we're a lot like them.
We are.
We are America. Every other vodka brand is every other country that's tried to stand up against us.
And attack us.
Iraq, Japan, China,
Afghanistan,
Taliban,
they're there.
Russia, France, England.
They want the smoke.
And we are the smoke. This is an American brand.
If you believe in our country, you believe in Por Osos.
Bay Point Billfish Open is sponsored by the Nature Conservancy, conserving the land and waters on which all life depends. No Rivals, by Guidesley, and by Exotic Outdoors. Speaking of that hunt for the Zangray Championship trophy, we've got 6 teams trying to finish inside the top 2 in the Gulf Division. After today, we will be at that midway point of the season.
Lone Stars look like they're doing something there.
Oh, look
Looks like
at
something's
it.
going down.
Center bottom.
In Lone Star Town.
They're feeding something.
Oh, they're definitely, he's hooked up.
On the right.
That rod's bent, pull and drag. Oh yeah. They're waiting for another bite. And that looks like it would be the right kind, because they would not be wasting their time. What could it be? It's a question of how if they give them a rod cush, we know it's a sail or a white. If they got a harness, it would be a blue, but I think it looks like probably a sail.
They're bringing in that other bait.
Yep, sailfish.
Good
Looks
guess.
like a sailfish to me. If I can tell, yeah, it looks pretty sailfishy.
I when it's laid down like that, I can't, me.
Oh, you got to look at the pecks, the thickness of the pecks and the color, but that's a sailfish.
There you go. Now it's definitive.
There you go,
Even
Robbie.
I can guess now.
Yeah, anybody. You're like, I think it's a sail. I'm pretty sure because I saw a sail.
I think it's a king-size bed compared to a
That's
twin.
what they call that, a sailigator. Spindlebeak, Pinocchio.
When you have a big sail or a small white, they look so similar to me at a distance because they're just slender.
Oh,
They
look
both
at
like
that.
to jump.
Look at that. Is that Mark Blackbird? Is that David's son?
It's family adventure this week, isn't it?
Man, it is a true adventure of sight and sound. Yeah, it's all about family out here. It's all about competition, family, good times, and just living life to the fullest, right?
Who else do we have? Blues. Well, we got the family on the Cowboys too. They're it's not father and son. They are related, those Benefield kids.
I do shows every now and then with my son Niles, who's now 28 years old. My daughter Emily, who's 22. And Niles and I did the first Uncharted Waters episode together in Guatemala, going up the side of a volcano on horseback, cooking marshmallows at the top, and then coming back and catching sails on fly, sails, tunas, mahi. What a great experience. Family and fishing, boy, it doesn't get much better.
We'll get to Guatemala one of these days.
Guatemala?
Guatemala?
I don't think you want to go there. Dance around the border like you Cassius Clay in Guantanamo Bay?
No, not Guantanamo.
Okay. Robbie's.
Guatemala. I was trying to put the emphasis on the wrong syllable. Reeling and reeling. Making ground, though. I like
Look at him.
this.
See the smooth stroke? Let's talk about the technique. Smooth up, fast winding down, but always keep that bend on the way down. You got to wind fast enough to keep that bend. But he's obviously making quick work of this fish. He's got a lot of line out there. We know they keep trolling when the first fish is on. So that's, going and going and going. And if you don't get a, second or third one, nice thing is you can back up more quickly and get that fish a lot sooner, so you're not chasing the other two around in reverse or spinning. bump forward a little bit. You know, sometimes fish swims at you. There it is.
And Dad looking
Oh,
over.
don't tell me it's wrapped again.
No.
It's,
Every one that we've seen at distance seems like it gets wrapped.
no, I said that's the tail just paddling. It's just
I'll say Pop's
back of
looking
the
over his
fish.
shoulder. Yeah, it surely is. Step back.
You know, I started thinking about that tuna in the back of the Cowboys. And looking at that tail, I'm starting to think it's about 150 pounder. Yeah, I had to you know,
It had some
size
breadth
it up in my brain there.
Man brain.
There we go. There we go. Lone Stars with another sailfish.
They've only got one fish today. It was a sale by Brian Ricker at 10-13. This would just keep adding to their total. It would be their 10th
speckle there, a
sale.
little speckle of weed.
Double-digit sales, though. That's pretty cool. That's awesome.
Oh, yeah. Okay, Dad leadering the fish. How cool is that? Nice. Light leader, they wrap, and they pop right off.
Is that the first time we've really seen David do that? Where Roberto's usually, and him and Raul have been the guys that take care. I think he wanted to just be a part of that.
I don't even see Shammy. I don't even know where he is. But I do know that they've got another fish on the board. The young man just scored a 75-pointer just to add to their current score. And now they have, how many, 12 billfish?
No, that would be their that would be their 10th plus the 3, I think.
3 whites and 9 sailfish.
Yep. That's 13. I'm not good with math, but yeah, 10 and 3 is 13. If they get a blue, they get the slam. They get an extra 200 points. So don't count them out. I mean, you see, they're 1,050. If they get a blue, they will jump the Cowboys who are running right now. That's another thing to look for. If they're in tighter, which they generally are doing, things are going to get interesting. Join us at the top of the hour. Make our move over to ESPN. ESPN Plus coverage continues. Make sure you join us there. And we're seeing people starting to catch fish now. Those teams that have worked a little bit closer have that opportunity. Some teams have fish, but they've got to get back for them to count. So things are going to get interesting. We're really tight at the top. Only 125 points separate first from second.
Built for heat and sun. Designed by experience.
Here it goes.
Battle-tested solutions for the fearless. Enetic. Comfort in chaos.
Do you need a manufacturing partner that can move from concept to completion? Merit Custom Fabrication combines support, precision fabrication, machining, welding, finishing, and assembly under one roof. We specialize in complex build-to-print manufacturing with the flexibility to solve tough challenges and the discipline to meet your expectations. At MCF, we're not just building products, we're building strategic partnerships for the future. Merit Custom Fabrication. Precision, performance, results.
These waters provide for our communities, for our families, for our fish and shrimp and oysters, for nature. Let us then protect them. For all of us, for generations.
At Bayou Classic, we believe the best memories are made outdoors, where adventure sparks connection and the best meal is a story shared around the fire. Whether you're grilling with friends at the campsite, cooking up a feast on the bayou, or frying your family's favorites in your own backyard, Our outdoor cooking products are built to bring people together. Cook like an original with Bayou Classic.